Like, I'll go to my hotel room after showing, get naked, and I'll tuck my dick between my legs, and I'll run around the room going, who's a pretty girl? Once in a while.
Subscribe to the podcast, KFC Radio on YouTube.
Bang.
What's up?
Are you on?
Let's do it. Fucking jump right into it. How was Out and About? How was the last show?
It was terrible.
Listen, we live in the moment.
They're
It was
fucking
good.
wild.
It was good. It was,
They're very gay.
They can be intense. They're super gay.
They're really gay.
Oh,
Did you guys notice?
He had his shirt off. I mean, it was.
Within 2
insane.
minutes.
Yes,
That makes
yes.
sense. That makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, we were like the gay podcast at Barstool, and then those guys came in and out-gayed us.
Now,
So,
you guys are like lumberjacks now.
I have the flannel on today.
became tough all of a sudden.
Now you have comics in the lock, though, right?
Yeah. It's actually an honor to have you guys in because
Yes, I know.
we've
That's
been
what we
on the list for.
What's that?
We wanted to have you guys in forever now. So
Oh, thanks, because we just got our phones and emails. Thank you.
I don't know what was going on before.
We also had an incredibly. I don't know. See, this is like I live in my own head so much. I don't know if you found our interaction as awkward as I did when I was walking through the hallway and I just pointed at you because I knew you were coming. You were in the green room, and I just pointed at you, and you kind of gave a nod, maybe, or some acknowledgement, and then I was like, wait. He doesn't know who I am, but I know who he
You've been
is.
fretting about it for the last 20 minutes.
And then I
should have said something. Should I not
was like, wait, should I go introduce myself? And I was like, wait, but that's weird before the show to like go in there. I don't really know what to do. So then I just kind of stood in the hallway for a little while until it was time enough to turn around and come back.
Not as uncomfortable as this is.
Can I tell you something though?
No.
It's this. This will happen the next time you see him too. This is not.
It's not a
You'll
one-off
never
thing.
know who you are. I'm sorry. I just feel like I should tell you that.
Look at young Kevin Bacon here. All right?
Take it.
And Ron Howard stung by a hornet's nest. Okay? How would I forget that?
Accurate.
Dude, that is accurate. Just today, people were tweeting, making fun of how swollen my hands are.
They're extra today. Look at those.
Crazy.
Look at those sausages.
So it looks like a glove filled with water.
Jesus, is there plasma in that?
You need a kidney transplant or.
Probably.
And the no pigment. Are you part scallop?
That's too much of a laugh. I don't want him. Come on.
No, because I love it. Because
Let's be
let me tell you
fair.
why. Let me tell you why. Because making fun of his pigmentation is like one of our favorite things. We have Miss Pat in here, and she goes, "You're not white. You're pink."
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know what color he is.
She genuinely was surprised. Like, what race are you? And I was like, I'm white.
And then in the
She's like,
summer,
nah.
he gets orange and weird. Like, so his
But
coloring is
your
just all
beautiful
off.
skin. It's glossy.
Motherfucker!
Yeah.
Take that back. I can't. That's like 10 interviews in a row where
What?
the guest says he has beautiful skin.
You
I
know
don't
why?
see
You have
it.
very.
It's just normal skin.
I don't
he's
know
got-
what skin
he's-
is. Like,
No,
I
he's
don't know what
got
skin is.
small pores. This is what it is. He's got small pores, and small pores for whatever reason it reflects. So then it
So
looks like
shiny,
he has
glowy.
shiny, glowy
So,
skin. Whereas
am I
you
ugly?
have gigantic pores.
Fuck.
And
God
I
damn
got a
it.
small
the
penis.
the light just
holes
sinks
in-
right into you.
Black
Yes.
holes on my face.
Don't you notice when you take pictures with him? It's like he's like boo boo bright, and you're.
I don't
like,
notice the pictures. I notice
Am
that
I
every
always-
single person that comes in here says you have nice skin, so I must
No,
have
he just
horrific
what it
skin.
is. He's smiling and doesn't, realize how disconnected he is with the world. And
He's got no
looks so-
kids. His life's
Oh.
a joke. He eats candy every fucking 2
Oh, you
seconds.
can do
and
whatever
sleeps
you
with-
want.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Are
It's
you
amazing.
married?
It's Peter Pan.
Nope.
Single with no kids.
Dude, it's amazing. You guys gotta try it. It's fucking unbelievable.
I'm actually doing it now. I started last year, and it's really fun.
Yeah, no.
So-
I mean, he is completely. It's Peter Pan life. Like,
Do you
never
have
grow up.
kids?
Yeah, I got 2 kids. Divorced with 2 kids, so we're
Oh.
like on opposite ends of the
Oh
spectrum.
my God! This is the phenomenon that happens. Is that like you're living with your wife, you have your kids or whatever, and you're like, okay, you get to do whatever you want to do, pretty much. And then she goes, fuck this shit, and she gets a divorce. Now you have to do half. So you pick up it's like
Yeah, no.
every woman on the planet should get married, have 2 kids, get divorced. It's
And
like
they'll
a
actually
perfect
start working.
fucking
let's-
situation.
Let's have our second kid.
Yeah, let's do it. He's like joking about it, but then he'd have to do half.
Yeah,
and then he'd be like, wait, I thought it was
How
a
long
joke.
have you guys been together?
This is our 17th and final year.
And the final
Series finale.
I said that joke every year. Every fucking year.
It'll play every time.
Our
Good old-
25th and final year.
Good old relationships are terrible and will always end in doom humor. It always plays.
Yeah.
Everybody always laughs.
Did you get along with your ex since you have
Yeah,
kids?
for the most
I get
part.
along great with my ex-wife.
Kelly,
Bonnie-
the one who got away. Huh?
when she was pregnant, she was ironing, which you'll never see again.
I don't know why I was going through some kind of nesting phase.
Yeah,
I was
for sure.
ironing a sheet. Of
Yes.
Oh wow!
What?
Well, she was getting ready to go to a
I
march.
like, read up on that.
Then I cut the holes for the eyes. Yeah. No,
I didn't think that was like gonna be a real thing because it just sounds so wacky, but like that happens
The nesting
for real.
thing,
Everything's
yeah.
just always being cleaned and moved and touched. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, so she was ironing, and I'm talking to my ex-wife, Kelly. So I'm talking, and Kelly hung up, and I pretend I'm talking, and I go, "Okay, I love you, goodbye." But she wasn't even on the phone.
Well, you can see the iron in
I was gonna say, you said that with an iron in her hand?
Yeah. No, I had to sit down. I was like,
Yeah, that's
So-
also one like. Oh yeah, sure. She hung up. Yeah, she wasn't on the other end of
Yeah,
the line.
yeah.
You can't really prove that one.
What do you? Yes, I can. Do you have boys or girls?
I have a boy and a girl. Older girl.
Yeah.
She's almost 7, and my boy just turned 5.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Our daughter. We have a 15-year-old. I have a 32-year-old, a 30-year-old, and a granddaughter is going to be 1 in December.
Wow. Congrats,
Yeah,
man.
and
Run the
my
gamut.
other daughter just got married
So
a month
down the
ago.
wall.
Yeah, yeah.
I heard a tale about a Barstool bottle in the back of one of your daughter's closets.
You heard that?
Yeah, our booker who was in the green room, I guess, with you.
Yes.
Did she?
We found an empty.
Was she like eavesdropping, or were you telling her that story?
I told her.
Okay.
So I go to my daughter.
I told you he's got short-term memory. He's not going to remember you next time.
Okay, listen, Susan. So I found an empty bottle in her.
Like hidden away. She was trying to like.
It was like anything in her room was hidden.
Okay,
'cause
first,
it's such
the
a
first
mess.
thing is that you gotta know is that Rich does this thing every couple of years where he loses an item of clothing and then it's all he talks about
Consumes
for 2 weeks.
them, yeah.
It consumes him, so he
Yeah.
has to find the item of clothing. I say go buy another one,
No.
whatever.
No, but you got
No.
the right hoodie or his jacket or
My
whatever
champion.
that's fit.
No,
I
he's,
can't
he's making like a 4-part documentary series on where
Yeah,
his
where
sweater
my
went,
Nick
you know,
sweatpants.
this conspiracy where it went. Anyway, so he's looking for it in our daughter's
mess of clothes.
Yeah.
in her closet, and that's where he finds the
I found
empty
The empty
bottle.
of
I
Mink
found
Whitney.
the empty bottle and the 2 last podcasters.
And she's what you said, 15?
15. I said to her,
That's right
she
at
goes,
that time,
She goes,
right?
my friend.
I couldn't go to Skankfest because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I canceled Skankfest because I was like, maybe she needs me now. You know?
Wait, you canceled Skankfest because you found the bottle?
Yes.
And
To
you
stay
were
home.
like,
Yes,
I got a parent?
Yeah, and also just because I was like looking at it like, what if something did happen while I was away, and then I had to be like, oh, I was at Skankfest.
Yeah. Like the literally the polar opposite of being at home and parenting is Skankfest.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. So she said, "Oh, that was my friend's," and she said, "Take it out of the house before my mom gets home." Right? And
That's
listen,
what her friend
I
said
was
to
a-
Rainey.
Yeah,
That's
I was a
basically.
drug addict. Okay, there's nothing you could say to me that I
gonna,
haven't
like-
said
Yeah,
or
yeah.
done.
Right.
Oh, you're gonna come home pregnant? Oh, yeah, it's my friend's. She told me to take it.
Right,
you know.
right.
But when I was 15, I was a fuck up.
Right.
At least my daughter, because my daughter is smart, goes to school, honor roll student, a lot of friends, just a great kid. So if who knows if she's drinking or partying, and hopefully she doesn't turn out like me.
What's the point of this?
That I have a great daughter.
Plus,
Yeah.
it's Pink Whitney is like
Yeah,
that's not bad. There's
yeah.
worse things that could come home than a little lemonade vodka.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, really? Yeah. The Coke was cut halfway. It wasn't pure Coke. She wasn't smoking it. Oh, okay.
I mean, I
There's a
do
silver
think my
lining.
daughter is like, I don't know what exactly she's doing, but she goes to school. Like, she does get up and get herself to school every day, and she
get
gets
yourself to
doing
school at
fine.
15?
Yeah.
I didn't get myself to school in college.
She's been doing it for 2 years. She just we don't get up.
Just let her go.
She sets her own alarm.
No
she gets,
fucking way.
Yeah.
You guys literally don't get up, and she just puts herself together and goes.
and gets on a
That's-
bus at 6:40
The
every morning.
Where you guys?
gets up at
Where's
6.
where's this?
at our house.
No, where?
Why don't we give the address to your fucking psychopath
This
listener?
is a very nice community in New Jersey. But,
Right. I mean, that's like, that's the dream.
It's what I like. I constantly am saying like, you're amazing that you get up. I mean, it's positive reinforcement. Now she's just like, Mom, it's not a big deal. It's like.
So wait, what?
Everything else I don't care about.
That weekend go? Were you like, we need to talk about drinking?
Well,
Did
also
we have an
tell you
after-school
didn't
special,
say.
or was it just
I mean, I didn't really do anything. I just said.
pour?
You know,
another
I go,
one
I
for me?
can't follow you around. I can't, like, you have to start making your own decisions now. You got to think about what kind of person you want to be. I don't know. Probably didn't do
Also,
anything.
too, if we both went to Skankfest, my daughter was staying at the girl's house that said, take the bottle with you.
Which made me think maybe teens need a lawyer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why did you say it was her bottle? You're going to spend time at her house?
Right.
You know what I mean?
kinda
Now
shot
you can
yourself
never
in the
go
foot.
there. Yeah.
You need to be like, hang on, let me consult. Speak to my representation.
Maybe you want to pick someone you're not close friends with.
Right.
What did my daughter, remember when my older daughter screwed up?
Oh,
and we had to go in
she was on her
house?
Facebook and put a picture of her and a bunch of kids in a car, and they were drinking, and her mom found it. But her mom didn't want to tell her that we know your password or whatever.
Oh, right. So that's when you found. Yeah. If you find evidence illegally, it's got to be like stricken from the record.
Yeah, that's right.
Fruit of the poisonous tree.
Right.
It is when you're that age. Disposing of contraband is like the most stressful thing.
yeah.
Like it really is.
You can't
very
put it in the
easy.
regular
You can just go
garbage.
throw it away. Like people are going through garbage, but you stress about it so much. I used to have sex in like my parents' garage above it, and I would take the condom off. I'd put it in a Gatorade bottle. I'd close that.
Oh my!
And then I'd bring the Gatorade bottle to school the next day and throw it in the trash there. I could just
Even if you
throw
gave
the
that-
condom away.
You didn't recycle?
If you took
terrible.
that used condom, that's a snack in another podcast.
Oh my God!
No, Joey would ask for it.
That's
Joey
right.
would ask for it.
He said it. They were great.
Perfect thought.
That's
so
a great
funny.
podcast.
They're so
they
funny,
just
man.
like basically
Oh
started
God!
their
I
ripping.
reminisce about this one's okay too. Remember the other podcast that we
Oh,
just
they were
did?
so fun. Just regular complexions, not one dull and one bright. You know,
I only look.
I know. I want to bring him home so we have a
The whole time I'm
nightlight.
thinking about my pores
We could
now.
just, hey, I can't see around. Where's what's his face? Where's fucking Mount Rushmore head in his bright light face?
Mount Rushmore.
Fucking.
Oh my God!
Somebody said last night. Let me see if I can find a picture last night. We were at Caroline's last night, and somebody
Wow, how
said
did you do that?
he
Was somebody working? You went to see somebody? Did you guys do a podcast there? or
We
what?
did a show last night. Yeah,
I'm with you, bro. I don't know how it happens either. But
I'm just asking if they were going to see a comic or they were doing a live podcast.
I'm right
Somebody-
here. I can hear every word you're saying. Why would you then retell it to me?
boy, those did look not great. First of all, these are the hands that totally look swollen.
Yes.
Dude, I don't
Well,
know.
you have hands like an offensive
a
lineman.
heroin
just did
addict.
I have
That's a
hands.
heroin addict.
I have
yeah.
hands like I say pregnant woman, but yeah, a heroin addict too. Why does a heroin
and
addict swell up?
It's swell because they're shooting sometimes in their hands.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
I am intravenous free still.
Somebody else
One
said you're
day.
turning into Mrs. Doubtfire. Not far off.
That's so funny.
It's like they always
Cut my
know-
hair today. Fuck it.
They know just what to say. I'm like, who listens to these like trolls and then they say the exact thing?
Right,
like, I don't know, you have
right.
big pores, and you're like, fuck. I guess I do. God
That's the thing
damn
I'm sensitive about.
it. So
they always get you.
I don't know how you guys do it, because I would imagine you maybe are like the only couple in the world that can do the podcast that you do, with it being successful and not eventually.
Successful?
What do they?
Wow.
What? They set the bar low. They set the bar stool low.
Any other couple
No.
tries to do that, and they either stop either the podcast ends or the marriage ends within a matter
Right.
of months.
No, I
mean,
don't think the podcast helps the marriage. I really don't. I think it actually might make it worse.
I think it helps.
That's what you're just picking at a scab all
Yes,
the time. You know, you got to
yeah.
kind of like.
Well, you don't have any separation either, right? Like it's
What do you mean?
like when we talk a lot on the podcast, and then we go to our respective ways, and we'll text here or there or whatever, but then we come back
Same.
to the podcast.
Yeah.
So the same
No.
thing with you guys. Yeah, just
Yeah, but you
go up
do
there,
this-
I go down here, and that's
Do
it.
you,
Yeah.
do you guys do this every day or once a
We
week?
do it 3 times a week.
Okay,
Wow.
we do it once a week. And we have our lives too. Whatever. We do it downstairs. We don't go into a studio. We do it downstairs. We never had a guest.
Well, that's what we don't
She's
have any
kinda-
boundaries, and we never have. And that's, I don't even understand couples that like my neighbors or something. I'll be talking to them, and they'll be like, "Oh, I've never told my husband this, or I've never gotten angry." If he does something, how do you not like? We will battle it out until we're both like
I've been
drained
in-
completely.
I've been in both the relationships where you fucking battle it out, and I've been in the one where you just silently shut the fuck up and stew. I prefer the stewing.
I think I do too, and I don't get to do it.
It's like a.
How long?
I wish I could.
Just cook up a
It's
fucking
like
pile of
do
hatred.
you want to fight every day a little bit, or do you want to like push it down into your toes until it blows up
I
every
say
6 months?
I'm trying to tell him all the time. You got to learn to push it down.
No, you gotta let it
Yeah, I think it's important.
No,
He's like
You let it out every day.
he reacts to everything. So
Yeah.
like he drives into New York like every fucking night, and then he still is like, to traffic. You're like, you
But guess
knew
what?
this
There's
was
gonna
gonna
be traffic.
happen.
Yeah, no, I do that too. I get it. But I also, the Irish Catholic in me, I just push everything down.
I think
I
that's
know.
fine.
And my heart is just turning into a black piece of coal. Like, one
People,
day I'll
people
explode
say, like,
and die,
the blow
but
up comes. I've never blown up.
Yeah,
But
I don't.
one day I'll shoot up this office, probably. But
Well, you know
like,
what the difference is? You can shove it down and forget about it, I think is fine. If you shove it
Stew on
down
it,
and
yeah.
stew on it, that's where you're going to blow
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
But if
right.
you don't keep picking at the scab, it's like,
Sure.
there's
Welcome.
people that you've been mad at in your past that,
You don't care about
You're
it.
now listening
it's
to
like-
Dr. Bonnie.
Listen.
Dr. Bonnie.
I do feel like I have a little bit of knowledge.
so
Rich,
smart.
how many rings do you have on?
Huh?
Are those
Which
fucking brass
one was
knuckles? Are
around
we
your
fighting?
neck?
Those are rings. What do we
I used
got
to not
here?
shut up, and now I do.
Why three? Why not just go the whole way and get those Pointer Man fingers?
don't like
Why
that.
leave Pointer Man out?
You don't think
I
after
think
the
that's
fourth you're like, that's
tacky.
enough?
that's tacky. Excuse me, that would cross the line.
If he put rings on, he wouldn't be able to lift his arms. So he's right at the edge now.
No, I just, I'm empty. Okay. Now, can you go most of the day
he
without
sleeps
your
with
neck
those
brace
on.
holding your head up? Like, how long do you go before it just falls over and you
That's
tumble?
just funny. Like, if I used to say it gets tired. I can sit upright for like 40 minutes. I have to lay down after
No,
that.
it's not that big. It's just out of proportion.
Are you gonna? You said you weren't gonna cut the hair. Are you gonna cut it now?
No, I'm not gonna cut it. I'll cut it in the summer.
We went through a
In the summer?
yeah.
You know what year it is? I mean, what month it is,
yeah.
right?
I cut my hair at the start of the summer and then I don't cut it again. till,
But
like,
you
summer.
remember what you said, right? Like we did this one time where you grew your hair out, and then we went back and looked at pictures, and you looked like those guys in British Parliament who have
Oh, I
a
looked like George
wig.
Washington.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you were
yeah.
like, "Why didn't anyone tell me?"
Yeah.
So I'm like looking at you now, and I'm like, "We're almost at
We're
the tell
telling
you
you.
phase."
We're telling you, okay.
This is
I
me
think
telling
it's
you.
cute right now.
How much more
Yeah.
time are you going to give it till your beard really comes in?
I can't do it, man. I can grow it in, but I hate the itch, and everyone
Yeah.
tells me you get over it, and I don't get over it. But if I fully cleanly shave, I have a fat face. So I got to keep something
You don't
there
have-
to cover up my pores. So,
Yeah, I mean,
so yeah.
how high can you grow the beard?
Yeah, let me just cover the hair down. Get
You
to my
do like
nose,
Edelman.
maybe.
Edelman gets it like right below the eyes. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking White Sox Dave with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was listening to the latest episode on the ride in, and it, so you guys can kind of put the mics on, go to war a little bit, crack some jokes, really take some digs at each other. And then it's all good.
It's exactly the same as if the mics weren't there. I'm telling you.
I
It's,
get that vibe, yeah.
yeah,
it's
like
not-
we've been out to dinner before where people have been like, "It's exactly like listening to the
Yeah.
podcast." And I'm like, "Oh
Shut the
shit!"
fuck
you
up.
know? Yeah. But we can't stop. It's just like this. That's how we communicate.
Yeah, no, I mean that's why I say I think you're one of the very few that could do it because I don't think any other couple can.
She
Like,
smashes
really
me
make
all
I
fun
the
of-
think it's
time.
me. Hey, listen. I just think that I'm the glue for this thing. You know what I mean?
She's the funny one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the podcast, she kills it. She's so fucking smart. She's well read.
Not
You
really.
know.
Just compared to him. Yeah, I don't want people to
she's
think like.
I'm trying to compliment you, and that's the problem with skirts. They can't take a compliment. If it's you say one thing to this dame, and she, oh boy, listen to me.
Thank you, honey.
No, look at it. She's you know, I couldn't think of if I had to do a podcast with anybody else, it would just be either her or my ex-wife. That's it. God, do I miss her dearly.
Would that be fun to do a podcast with Kelly?
No, I couldn't. You know, I love going on. You know,
What is it you're trying to say?
I don't know. I'm just trying to, get through
It's
this.
just word salad until something pops into his head. And he'll go back to you.
I'm just trying to get my sweatshirt and get the fuck out.
I got what I came for.
So now you've been we were supposed to come in like a week or two ago, and
Yeah,
Bobby and
off.
Ari were in here together.
Yeah,
right?
that was all kind of just like those two wanted to come in. I said, why
Yeah.
don't you guys come together? And then you were scheduled. I was like, why don't we just try to get a whole powwow going?
Now,
Which would have been
Yeah, great.
not all four together, because
Yeah.
Bobby and Ari can't keep up with us. I mean, good kids. Like those
He's like,
kids.
this podcast, which I don't know if you've been talking the slowest anyone's ever spoken. And you're
I
like,
am now?
They won't keep up with us.
How do you not want to just punch somebody in the jaw?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how you guys do it.
you put on a lot of rings, first of all.
So you do this podcast 3 days a week,
Yep.
and then you have just all that other time free. I mean,
So
like
we do a couple
live shows.
Yeah, we do the live shows. We used to have a lot more going, and we kind of consolidated it all into this show. It was like we had other podcasts that were.
But you have to do content
Good.
for your other.
Yeah, I mean, I do like a Instagram series where I make like short form videos every day during the baseball
love
season.
those.
Thank you. During the baseball season, I have a Mets podcast. I used to do a separate podcast that was just me solo, but it was kind of like, what's the point? Let's all just focus on
Why
just
did
this,
I
you know.
ask?
Yeah, I was like, I can't believe that is.
I don't do anything
What do you
else.
give a fuck?
I've never heard him.
life.
I've never heard him ask anyone else a question ever. So this is like this is a
I was
milestone.
tempted to say, do you actually give a fuck about this? But
No, I do kind of, because when you we've done live shows, 2 of them. If we do our podcast live, which we haven't done, we bring on a celebrity marriage counselor to sit. And we've had Bennington, Bill Burr, Andy Kim. I mean, Eddie Pepitone. Great, it's great. But we also do a show, Would You Bang 'Em, where we have 5 comics. They go on. They do like 7 minutes apiece, and we have 3 female judges and a gay judge.
Oh,
and
we
after
should
their
get those
set,
guys.
after their
they would be amazing at that.
after their set, the panel discusses whether they would sleep with them or not, if they're funny enough.
Brilliant.
So, and we're
Brilliant.
gonna say it's a great show.
It's only
Yeah.
only based on their humor, not their looks.
I mean, we do
yeah, well,
some
they-
judges just they'll use a like laser pointer and stuff.
Yeah.
they're going
Like
for a
joining a
certain
sorority.
look, but the others are it's about comedy.
When Michael Shea walked out, someone goes, "I'll fuck him," before he said anything. And they said that about this
Carrot
comic.
Bien, yeah.
This comic last week, the good-looking guy. Anyhow, so what I'm saying is, as comics, after our podcast, we got so many other different venues. But when you're not comics, I'm going, well, dude, it's great that they just can do a podcast and fucking live. That's great.
No, yeah, I mean, we've started in 2012, so we've been at it for a while.
Yeah.
So like in the beginning, it was more of just like a.
Well, who's more like Keith and who's more like the girl?
Random reference.
But it's great that you could do it. It's fucking. I wish we could just do our podcast and not.
I mean, you probably could, to be honest.
we don't. We stopped our Patreon years ago
Well,
because
you're dumb.
we
That's the
got
problem.
tired of doing the second.
Well, then you're
we're
fucking.
stupid.
Yeah, that's part of the problem.
Yeah, we are.
Well,
We're-
so I always notice when it's mostly other comics when I listen to their podcast, they're like 11 minutes in, they're like, how much more time do we have to do this thing? Whereas like
That's
we
me.
don't shut the fuck up. Like we'll go like 2.5 hours.
We
I didn't
we
want to
made
say
active-
that.
Yeah, we
We
talk
made
too much.
active efforts to do 1 hour episodes, and it's always like 3 hours. We're like, all right, we probably just can't do it anymore.
Yeah, but it's also when it's a couple times a week. There's shit that builds up like this story and that story throughout
Right.
the week, and you want to talk about it, and it is our
You
like
come
main
with
bread and butter.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But there
come
also
with
are times where like if something
I mean, guys, you guys also have
We got a team.
producers
Yeah.
and whatever he is.
We're just trying to keep our cat out.
he ended up stuck in the lobby of the hotel in his underwear the other night.
What?
He sleptwalked
my God.
in his underwear and obviously didn't have his key on him. And then he gets in the
Wow.
elevator. He's finally like, I just got to go down to the lobby. It's like 3 a.m. He's like, I go to the lobby and just get a new key. And the elevator starts going up to the rooftop bar where everybody proceeds to get in with him.
no.
Pack of girls, shit-faced, all touching him and rubbing him and giggling at him. And then he gets down to the elevator, to the lobby, and everyone is like, look at this dude in his underwear. So everybody's filming him. Girls literally sexually assaulting him, rubbing him, touching him.
That's what you have to do?
There's the key. There's the key, man.
Sounds like OxyContin. This is like uncovered a ring here.
Wow, the old sleepwalk scam. I think there was a comic that did a whole one-man show on it.
I know. It's gonna be
I
his
didn't mean
next
to
show
call him
is
a comic.
the young guy in the pool.
I like that. The young guy in the pool.
Look at that. That's some positive, like,
I-
reinforcement
I'm
between
so
each other.
positive with
Oh,
her.
yeah.
We touched each other last week. Yeah.
Wow. How'd that go?
It was all right. It was all right.
One time she was crying in bed, and what was? Oh yeah,
This
She was
before,
crying.
during, or after sex?
No, this was this was a long time ago, and I went to console her, and I took my stylus out of my phone and I rubbed it on her.
You'll be all right.
She came in my room the
That's
other
how long
day.
ago it was when we were stylists.
She came in
I was
my
gonna
room.
say a stylist with a phone.
He has a story from 15 years ago, trying to make me feel better. So I
Oh, she
think
was
you know where we're at.
She was so sweet. She came in my room last week, and she sticks her head in the door. She goes, "I love you so much. You're such a good parent."
This
You
is so
comfort-"
embarrassing too.
I like the
That
story.
you're feeding it.
She goes,
Not this part.
Oh,
I mean, this part is embarrassing.
She goes, you've done so much with your life and all the, you're a good dad, you're everything, you're a good provider, I love you so much. And I go, can you watch me masturbate? I was laying in bed.
And I did. And,
What a woman.
Are you an active participant or just an observer?
I gotta kind of do it like a dude sort of thing. And,
She put on a hat and walked around. Hey! She pulled
Is
down her-
there like vocal reinforcement, or is it just
Are
literally
you done
eyes
yet?
on?
Yeah, that really helps them.
You're like a kid in the back of the car on a road
got
trip.
shit to
Are you
do.
done yet? Are you done yet?
I don't know if I could. How long did that go for?
No, I can't get hard. I said forget it.
We have separate bedrooms.
I told her forget it, and I went and played Wordle. I got Wordle on the second line last night.
Wow. Welcome to like 2 years ago, man.
Where's the sweatshirt?
He just learned how to share.
Why Wordle hasn't been around that long? 2
No,
years.
It's like a year
but-
and a half. I
but
got
it's-
out. I got
it's-
out when the New York Times bought it. It got a little too mainstream for me.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
yeah,
Yeah.
Whoa.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
You're just so
Oh.
pure. Amazing.
Honestly,
Thank
I
you.
liked him before
what
they were on
happened
the
was
radio.
like I lost my perfect score, and then I got like 3 wrong in a week, and I was like, "Fuck this! This seems stupid."
Yeah.
Like any game, when I'm not good at it, I quit. That's,
Right.
That's how.
Right.
Oh,
games
you're
work.
still on the mic. That was mean. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
Look at he's laughing but crying.
Oh, yeah.
That was like a
Yeah.
That'll
like,
stick with him for a little while.
That'll stick with me for a long time.
You guys, I'm sorry.
That's the start of my villain origin story. I'm like, all right, fuck that. I'm gonna start burning down nice neighborhoods in
Yes.
New Jersey till I find yours.
I'll give you
Maybe
the address
start
and
the
tell you-
not so nice one, so I think you're gonna have a little more luck. It's a 1-car garage. Anyway,
That I sleep in.
Do you guys actually have separate bedrooms?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
After
Did you
sex,
always?
After sex, I'm like, hey,
No.
look, you got to run. I always give her one of my CDs as a parting gift.
I've got-
no.
I've got 3 CDs. We've been together 17 years.
It's because I would come home late at night and snore, and she would wake me up. You're snoring, and I was like, mean. No, I'm not. And I would just walk down to the couch. And now,
to
it's
the
so
bedroom.
we have,
Yeah.
we have 3, 4, 5 bedrooms. It's easier to.
Write that down. 5
3,
bedrooms.
4, 5. I don't know why he wouldn't give you the exact number.
That's like the Mitch Hedberg.
Between-
Like, he has as many rooms as you want. Every house has as many bedrooms as you want.
Yeah.
This bedroom has a fireplace in it. This bedroom has a fridge in it.
He's not doing well.
I
He had the
used
big
to
heroin
argue.
Yes, that's how I know about it.
I used to argue the key to a successful relationship is have separate dinners, have separate bedrooms, keep these things that you make. You know, like we have to eat together, we have to sleep together, we have to go to bed at the same time, and all that. I was like, you have to do everything separate, separate. And then I got divorced. So I think
Kevin would make that argument, and I'd be like, it seems like a guy who wants to be single.
But then I'd see, like, it can work, and I think when it does work, it's awesome.
We have separate bank accounts. It's like people get weird about that. They're like, what? It's like, why would I want to clear every purchase with this guy?
I totally agree.
But
then do you then have, like, I used to have separate and then one joint.
Yeah, we have our business account.
Right,
I mean, I bought a car on a whim the other day just for the fuck. I bought a new car.
Oh yeah, fuck her. Who cares what she says, right?
No, I called her. I said,
it's our daughter who pays the price.
But she has a good. You know, I go. I get to, my car's only not even a year old. It was a brand new Lexus. I go, look, this. I took it in to get serviced since nothing else in my house is. So I took my car.
It's a blowjob joke.
And I saw a sportier Lexus. I go, I like sport. And I call her and she goes, hey, get it. You deserve it. Get it. If you want it, get it. Just don't come home.
I'd love to hear you laugh again.
I like how the guy with 6 rings clarified like sporty cars.
No,
we know, brother.
When I was pregnant, he bought a 2-seater Porsche. Yeah.
That makes sense.
When I was like 7.5 months pregnant, he went and got it.
That's a famous story in my house. Is my dad had a Toyota, whatever, sporty, it's like two-door sport car, and my mom was like about to give birth to my brother, who was the firstborn, and she was like, you got to go get like a family car, go get a minivan, and he went down to the dealership and he came back with a second sports car because it was a good deal.
This is your dad. Anything you want to say to him about your college fund or anything?
No, look, you know, you work hard. Look, I grew up with nothing. We were poor.
It's obvious.
Oh, really?
That white trash is pulling you back, man.
Listen, farm girl.
Get a neck tattoo.
I'm gonna.
He like plays the lottery like it's a job. You know?
I stopped.
You do scratchies or you play the lottery itself?
Both.
Both? Yeah.
I fuck her without a rubber.
Without a rubber.
Why? What else do you call them? Condoms? I don't know.
I say prophylactic.
Do you think that you guys are good because you are like equal in a way though? Like you both have a successful
That's
career.
the
you're
meanest
both
thing
funny.
anyone's ever said to me. I can't even believe I had to sit through that.
I think you run into a problem when one person is like, you know,
like when one person's doing better, there's like a little
and like
bit.
she's on
but like
fire
you said,
now.
like, we both have our own money. We both like can spend. Like
Yeah.
if you didn't or he didn't, then you get resentful and all these jokes are not so funny anymore and all that kind of shit.
No, she's on fire, and sometimes, look, I'm older. I get a little jealous. Like our manager called. We have the same manager, and he called me one day, and I'm like, oh, good, something's happening. And I get on the phone, and he goes, do you have Bonnie's banking information? And I'm like
to plop some cash in there.
Just give mine. I'll just take it out.
Yeah.
You know?
She is so good at everything she does.
Oh, that's sweet.
She really is. It's like a whole nother level of everything.
He hits me when I'm at home by myself.
Well, if you weren't so lippy.
No. Honestly, I think like he loves to like, oh, we're soulmates and stuff. I don't believe in that stuff.
No.
But I do think
I disagree.
like I do.
Fuck that.
Like, nobody's
There's a dude.
He barely has a soul. So. No, but I think like it's like we both sort of have the same values in terms of like how hard we're willing to work in life, like what we want out of life, like you know, and the fact that like I mean, he's obviously the funniest person alive still. I mean, almost dead, but he's
got a couple years left.
He says things to me like because we're comedians. He says things to me that you couldn't. Both of us say things to each other that you couldn't say to anyone else. You know, it's
Yeah, like what's your best friend's phone number? No, we do. And we both sometimes we're in the car together driving home from New York, and we both can trash the same comic. We both despise the same
great.
we
comics.
do talk a lot about.
That's humongously important.
Yes.
More than loving the same things, hating the same things is really important.
Mutual hate is amazing. When you're like, oh, I fucking hate that guy, that show, that food, whatever, and the other person's like, oh, I quite like it. It's like, get out.
Yeah,
I don't
We
want to talk to you.
drove here today so we could talk about this going home. But
We're really gonna bond over this one. This experience.
Yeah, his head matched the table. Jesus Christ! No, I stayed in New York last night because I did radio this morning. But yeah, we do projects together, stuff on our own, mainly stuff on our own. But what we do together, which is mostly her, we made a movie, but she made a movie. Wow. Women Aren't Funny.
Yeah,
he paid for the movie.
Yeah, I cast a lot of casting.
Yeah, right.
And we have the best roast.
So what'd you do? Did you do anything?
She directed it and wrote it. It's one of the best documentaries. Women
No,
Aren't-
yeah, we
and then
we talked to
our
people about
roast, the roast, Vos roast, which is on YouTube, hands down, one of the best roasts in history. One of the best, because it was all friends. Colin
Right.
Quinn,
Yeah,
Norton,
yeah.
Florentine, Judy Gold, everybody. And she put this fucking roast together. It's on YouTube. We put it on during the pandemic.
He
It's-
forced me. This is the truth. He forced me to do that roast for him because I said, "What do you want for your birthday?" And he's like, "A roast." Who does that? Who like makes the other person work that hard? And then he goes, "How about televised?" He asked for that.
So we filmed it, 5 cameras. It fucking came out. Have you ever seen this roast?
I have not known.
No.
Go on YouTube. Do you like roasts?
Yeah.
It's the best. Florentine
I
killed
mean,
off.
very
I'm
funny.
going to tell you her opening joke. What she
I
said
don't
to
remember
Norton. She looked at Norton and said, "Your radio show is so bad. I'd rather listen to my daughter drowning."
Oh yeah.
See, that was her
Oh my
opening.
God.
That is.
That's the meanest thing I've ever heard. That is great. That
Norton went
takes
on-
the cake. We had Josh Wolf in here, and he was talking
How'd
about.
you get him?
He did a roast of David Ortiz, Big Papi, on the Red Sox. It was years ago. It ended up not getting aired, particularly because of some of the jokes that were made, and particularly in Gronk, the football player Gronkowski.
Yeah.
He took the stage, and his very first joke was like, "We got Josh Wolf here. I gave his wife a Cleveland steamer. I shit on her chest." That was it. That was the fucking joke. And like the whole room was like, "What the fuck?" And he just goes, "Nah, I thought it was funny."
Yeah, man.
That's Gronk.
He wrote his own stuff for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, clearly he
No
needed a
twist.
writer.
No twist.
Yeah.
My favorite Gronk was when he put out a book and someone asked him, he was still on the pass at the time, and someone asked him, "Did you write it?" And he went, "I read it."
That's so funny.
Yeah, this
But
roast,
that's better though than when people
To be
like
real about it.
pretend.
Yeah.
Yes,
I hate
yes.
that. You know, it's like in the corner says like, "and written by the
Yes,
real
right.
fucking writer." It's like, come on, man.
But lots of times they don't even put that. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
a
like-
true
and it's
ghostwriter.
Ghostwrite, yeah.
Right, it's like, come on. We know who you are and who you
Yeah.
aren't. Like if you ever wrote a book, it would be like, come on.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
4-letter words and 3 fucking pages. A lot of pictures.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, when you do the podcast live, do you like doing that, or I mean, because
I love
we
doing
can't
it
do
live.
stand up. We just do the live podcast versus going up and doing your routine.
Well, no, it's live. It's so much fun because it's ad lib. The whole thing. It's not. I mean, so is a lot of our acts, but the whole thing breaks down to who's the celebrity counselor.
When
between us.
it works best, it's me and whoever our like person is making fun of
Ganging
Rich.
up on him.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah, I can see
and Bill Burr wouldn't do it. But I told him before. I go, it works best if I'm just saying you can do whatever you want,
And he
but
took his
you
side
know.
and teed up
Oh
with
yeah,
you?
yeah,
They
yeah.
had a big
yeah.
fight.
And then
Oh
it was
yeah,
all,
women
like,
in the
groaning
audience
and
were yeah, and then he
fighting
starts
and-
going, none of this Oprah shit. And
That is
yes,
true. I would
yeah.
be very hesitant
Yeah.
to be like, all right, let's go, buddy. This bitch over here.
I mean, I could take a joke. I was just trying to give him the like heads up on how
Right.
Then the first one.
People were walking out, yelling at him.
Really?
Crazy. Yeah. People still come up to me and be like, "You handled that really well." It's like I didn't really care that much about it.
Someone walked out of ours last night for the first time. Where
You had to walk out? I didn't
Yeah,
notice that.
someone told me that when we were talking about Harvey Weinstein, someone went, "Jesus, I can't listen to this anymore," and got up and walked out.
There's a comic that used to walk on real.
I'm proud of that.
Wait, I'm just actually curious what it was that you're pro.
No, we are.
Yeah, very much so.
Really, at this point, I have to see this man's dick.
Have you heard
I
about his
heard
dick?
what's Stern was saying about it.
It's
all
disgusting.
his balls are in his
I
thighs.
saw it's balls in his thighs.
Then why keep them?
That's a
Yeah.
good question.
What do you
actually.
mean?
Why-
His
What do
balls
you
are
need
his
your
thighs,
balls
like they're
for?
just like hanging?
No.
no,
They
they're
are
implanted
into his thighs. He had like a surgery because he has a fucked up dick, and it got like an infection or something.
Is this Harvey Weinstein?
Yeah.
To save the testicles, they like put an incision like in your thighs, and they put it in there and cover it up so it still
Yeah, but
grow
you
and shit.
it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? I gotta see it. So his dick has been described as it's fish-like. These are all different
my
accounts.
God.
Fish-like looks like it was chopped off and sewn back on. Looked like it was put in a meat grinder. Looked like it was.
There was one was just skin. Lots and lots of skin.
Yeah, we're not even talking about his face.
Can I just,
Yeah,
can
and
I
then
just
the
say
kicker was that
something
they
else?
said he also just smells like poop. It's like if you're gonna have a terrible dick, at least
Take a
put some
shower.
cologne or something. There,
Well,
man. Come on.
now
Oh, someone
I
said it
feel
looked like a
like
vagina.
I feel like this.
Oh yeah,
makes-
and then also one that it just looked like a vagina.
yeah, I feel like now this actually, I'm going to change my opinion on it. He had no other choice. You know what I mean? Like he had to offer them.
it certainly
You
is
think
not an
Gwyneth Paltrow's
excuse,
going to
it's a-
fuck him?
fuck fat pussy
Just by
Weinstein.
looking at that? No, he's got to put something pretty
got
big
a
on the
reason.
table. Okay.
It's not an
Yeah.
excuse. It's just a
Shakespeare in
reason.
love.
I feel like he's resourceful. Is that wrong? Is that a bad take? Use that as the clip.
The good thing is you can't really kick him in his balls unless you
Kick him in
fuck
the
him
thigh.
like
But
that.
imagine like I don't know, I sit like this, which I'm sure comes as a surprise, and like I don't know, like when you cross your legs,
Oh,
Yeah.
you gotta be
God.
slamming nuts, right? Like I slam my nuts enough, and they're in the regular place. If I had them in my thighs, I'd fucking hit my nuts all the
Yeah, it's
time.
gross. There was a deadpan comic. He's from Ken Kranz. He's funny from Jersey. He used to walk on stage. He's real Jewish. I mean, I'm a Jew, so he's very Jewy. Walk up there, and he would open up in Harvey Weinstein's defense. Then he goes, "They were all tens."
He did. Yeah. He had a good eye. his dick was gross, but his eye was very good. No, but wasn't there a that he fucked a plant or something? And
Yeah,
now
he
that
jerked
makes
off into a
sense.
plant.
Oh, he jerked off into.
Yeah.
I was going
Have
to say like a plant might have the only configuration that would actually work
Yeah,
for
the
that.
logistics. That's basically what we were saying. Is like I gotta just see this for morbid curiosity.
Yeah.
How does it work? I mean, what does a fish dick even look like? To
It's
say?
it's just a woman's vagina.
It's really. I think he just.
Disgusting.
It's a blowfish.
I gotta say, Harvey Weinstein with a pussy is a disaster. I don't know. Other guys with a pussy, maybe not so bad. Harvey
Sometimes-
Weinstein's pussy's got to be a
yeah.
nightmare.
Sometimes-
Why would he want people to watch him shower?
Dude.
Like it's like, wouldn't you want to keep that hidden? a
Hidden.
little?
If
I
I
would
would
say
be
that-
asexual. I would be.
Yeah,
guess
I would
that's
I'd
all
live in
is-
shame. Go, Harvey.
I'd be like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Like I'd never fucking come out. I would be like I'm a whole pussy Weinstein. He had, but like the thing with him now is like the reason it's all coming out is it's the L.A. trial. And he's already going to die in jail. He's 70 years old. He's been sentenced to 23 years in New York.
Yeah, why have
Just-
another trial only
just-
so they could be heard?
Right, but like plead guilty. Like I'm guilty. Like I'm
Yeah,
going to die in
right,
jail
right,
anyway.
right.
I didn't somehow
Don't put
none of
this
this
out
came
there.
out in his New York trial. Now
Yeah.
I got to know about Harvey Weinstein's gross ass vagina.
There was.
So
some-
what are you saying? The ladies in New York can't see a gross dick, but the ladies in L.A. You know what I mean? How come they didn't bring that?
Well,
I
maybe
don't
some
know.
of the
That's-
information wasn't allowed to come out.
Oh.
I mean,
well, this trial had the court artwork being done, the sketches.
but
So
none of
it
his
was-
dick.
No, but
boy.
listen. So it was like a sketch of the sketch artist drawing. Or maybe it was actually, I'm assuming he has to put pictures up to like show, right? So it was a person like either holding or sketching what looked like a naked Harvey Weinstein body.
Oh,
So they either were
my
like
God.
Exhibit A or like she had to draw it to the best of her knowledge, whatever it was. But the first picture was like a little fat, bulbous Harvey Weinstein look, you know, and the second cartoon was Harvey Weinstein just sitting there like this.
Oh, my God.
Not that you have any sympathy for that fucking scumbag, but I just got to imagine like when that picture goes up, like Exhibit A, you're on, you're just like, holy shit,
It's so
that fucking
gross.
fish vagina.
I would be like, put it away. I'm guilty. Let's all go
Yes,
home.
why? It makes no sense.
No, that's got to be some weird power shit, or he's, you know, like I don't know, he can't accept ever being wrong, or whatever the fuck it is, because
I mean-
any logical person would be. Let's
Right,
keep my
let's
meat
keep
grinder
it.
dick hidden.
I mean, I can see.
on the DL.
I can see
please.
sometimes why a guy wants to put, like sometimes a pussy, like I'll go to my hotel room after showing, get naked and I'll tuck my dick between my legs and I'll run around the room going, "Who's a pretty girl?" Once in a while.
I mean, who among us hasn't?
That's our pre and post game show. That's what we do around here.
Now, and as bad as it is it's probably as bad for his brother that he has to, that he was he had to know what was going on, right?
You have to at least know, at the very least, that bad shit's going on. Like, maybe you don't know about the dick and everything.
That's the thing.
Do you think he would, when he told his brother, do you think he'd be like, "Hey, I fucked Gwyneth Paltrow last night"? Or do you think he was like, "Hey, I raped Gwyneth Paltrow last night"?
Yeah.
Like, do you think he's being honest, or
No,
is he just,
I think,
like,
but I
maybe
think
his
it's got to
brother's
be like, "Hey, I fucked Gwyneth Paltrow," and your brother's like, "Well, you clearly raped her because why with Gwyneth Paltrow?"
Right. I've seen your vagina.
And why wouldn't his brother go, "Why do we have so many baby plants in here?"
All growing, flourishing. Are you watering?
Who's Pete Davidson going out with now? Some new
Emily Ratajkowski.
Is she pretty?
Who is
What does she look
Yes,
like?
is she
Yeah.
pretty?
Oh, yeah.
Bring her
Like
up.
maybe the most.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's like the.
I think
How did he get
Instagram.
a more beautiful version of someone? Like,
upgrading
how did
from
that,
Kim
yes,
K.
how does
I'll
that
tell you
happen?
how.
Upgrading from Kim K is pretty
fucking-
much impossible.
Fucking his unit. That's how. Let me see a picture.
Yeah, I
of
mean,
The-
the 10-inch dick does not hurt. That's her Instagram.
Yeah,
It does hurt, actually.
Score one for Bonnie.
Emily Ratajkowski is like I think Instagram kind of killed the it girl, so to speak,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
right.
girl.
I don't
and,
see it.
And Emily Ratajkowski is as close to it as you can be right
Yeah.
now.
Really?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
But also, I think it's a little funny that all of these girls are kind of like cool with being like the 7th, 8th, and 9th, like
Well,
sloppy
it's all
nights.
clout,
You
though,
know?
but it's not like that. It's like for girls, it's like one girl gets a handbag, they all get the same handbag.
Yeah,
It's like that's how you compete.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
right,
look-
but that's what I kind
like
of
she's
mean
got
that,
him
though.
now.
See, I look at.
Don't you think that's more though, like the
No.
which one was at the very beginning? But Kate Beckinsale's like, that's old
No,
news,
she was-
honey. Like, fuck
No,
you.
no. If
Ariana.
if he
Ariana's
goes
everybody, yeah.
down, that might be it.
Right, but right now he's.
But right
still
now he's
it.
still climbing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Which is
no.
crazy. What's next? I don't
Yeah.
know.
I want the Pete Davidson handbag. Come on.
Bonnie dated comics before me. I just looked at them as my opening acts. I came in and closed the
You
deal.
don't,
I
have to,
closed
you
it
don't
out.
have to speak on every single thing. My wife was a whore.
I didn't say that. I was.
I look at it as I didn't have to do as much work. She brought a lot to the table.
By the way, I heard you.
I
I
didn't
heard
say
you
that.
guys
I
say
said you dated other-
that you were hosting the other night,
Yes.
and they gave you the $120 fucking
Yes, they made us split
dollars
up
for that,
on
and made you split it.
Yeah.
I would have fucking spit on that, lit it on fire, and like walked away. That is wildly disrespectful to two people on your level. That's
Were you like, I bought a
crazy.
sport car yesterday for fun. The fuck am I gonna do with $100?
$60. Fuck you,
I know.
man. That is insanity.
No, I know.
it's-
That
it's-
was
It's
fun.
not money. Like the other night when we roasted Judy Gold on her 60th birthday, her wife came up to pay me. I go, no, keep it. Go buy some sign.
Yeah.
That's not going to change my life.
Right.
Right.
And neither is what we got paid the other night. Even if we got it's just the principle.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
you
Right.
have-
That's what I mean.
That you
like,
could do that with it. Here, you two take this. Oh, really? We
Thank
could
you
buy a
so much.
snail.
You guys, you'll of course be sharing a dinner.
Yeah. This might cover the Uber home.
Hey, listen, anything off the menu you two want to split, go right ahead.
There's a great story about the menu at the stand.
Oh, yeah.
Nina. So they're trying to push this steak on everybody. It's a tomahawk steak.
Well, no, wait, first of all,
Tomahawk
it's a
steak?
great club. Go
It's
ahead.
a great club of good food,
Yeah.
and I guess there was some kind of competition with the wait staff or something. They had some kind of incentive program where if you sold so many of these steaks, whoever sold the most at the end of the night got one. So they were really, and they don't usually push food on you, as a comic. They're like,
if anything, it's like a little,
Yeah.
yeah,
little
you're just
place.
like,
Tomahawk steak.
Because I remember
that's the
them
one with the
coming
big
up
bone
to-
and everything.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
they came up to us. We're like, you gotta get the tomahawk steak. We were like, and it's $127. It's like, it's like 100. It's between 130 and
I thought it was
150. I can't remember how much it is, but it's a lot. So, I see this girl. She's hosting in the upstairs room. So, she's not making as much money even as if she was downstairs.
Sure.
And she's eating the tomahawk steak. I'm like, okay, And then later, I come back up from a show and I see her arguing with the manager. They're both like, no, I understand, but I thought it was, she thought it was free. And then it turns out it didn't even have the half price. Usually you had to pay half price. She had to pay, she had to give them money.
So she's still hosting.
She's got 2 more times and then it's paid for.
It's like getting an eighth of Coke on credit.
It was
it's
so
all gone.
funny.
I got to pay for this?
Come back up and hear. But it is funny to listen to 2 women arguing anyway, because they're both like, right, I hear what you're saying.
Most passive aggressive shit in the world.
Yeah, no, I get it. May I speak?
Totally. Yeah. I just think it's funny that. It's fucking great, man. Well, I mean, you two are fucking both legends, and it's an honor to have you guys in here. Finally.
It's an honor to be here. You guys are the best.
You don't have to say that. It's
I
not
do.
real.
I think
It's
it's really funny.
not.
I watch all
Are you
your
honored?
stuff.
Are you honored? You're not honored.
No, but this, let me tell you.
We'll get you the sweatshirt.
If
It's
I
fine.
know,
You don't have to
the
fucking sign it.
sweatshirt's going to go on my bio.
He's going to resell it.
No, listen, this is fun to go into, especially some people you don't know, and it's fresh and it's good, but maybe lose our number.
Didn't even have it.
Hey,
This was all done through email.
So the podcast is My Wife Hates Me. Anything else you want to plug?
when does this air? Is this live?
No.
This will be Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Go to richvos.com, all my dates.
Maybe Thursday.
If you're in Pennsylvania next Wednesday night, I'm at some place called something Goblet. And fucking,
Anyway, use your Google.
yes, go to Rich Vos. Listen, watch Vos Roast if you like roast. It's free on YouTube. My Wife Hates Me podcast on everywhere podcasts are, right? All of them.
Yeah.
And listen, this...
It'll never end. You have to cut him off. You know that, right? This will go on forever.
No, listen, I'm a lucky man that I met my soulmate.
Do your jobs.
Turn our mics off, Nick. See how long it goes.
No, really, thanks for having us.
This was really fun. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank God.
KFC Radio on YouTube to get all the video content. Subscribe, comment, like, and make sure you turn on the bell notifications so you know whenever new video content drops.
I want to say something, but the video has to be faster. That's it.